Hello. I had to start sort of suddenly because I logged into the game and Armorer Dennis appeared. You're supposed to like die and then he appears after you beat the first Phantom. But apparently it works if you just log out and log in. So there you have it. He has spell stuff, as you saw, and also just stabby stuff, which is most of what he does. I find the name funny, Armorer Dennis. It's very un-Dark Souls-y. Just Dennis. Like, that's a name you could expect to find in the Bible, maybe, but Dark Souls? What you doing there, Dennis? Such odd behaviors of enemies. It's like they didn't know how to program an AI. He backstepped into me and then like sidestepped into me. Very, very odd, these fake AI people. Who are not people at all. Or AI even. I mean, I guess they are AI, but they're not learning AI. And yes, there is a difference between AI and AI that learns things. Man, this area might be a lot easier with this hammer. I never really experiment with weapons too much in Dark Souls 2. Probably because it isn't that fun a game. So I just find the one thing that I like and then stick to it. That item you're supposed to get once the fire is off, but you can get it now if you want, if you really, really want. It's the Iron Key. You can use that way back in the Forest of Giants in order to get a DLC key, which in the regular game, without the remaster version, you could just get to the DLCs anyway. They give you the keys once you download the DLCs. But in this version, you have to find the DLC keys out there in the world. It's just odd and different. But yeah, look, it's a whole lava land. You know, just on top of that little windmill thing down there.
What? Who, me? What?
This guy is very good. He will use Skeptic's spice to make it so that things use less faith, and Simpleton's spice to make it use less intelligence. So bring your Simpy to this guy. He is the Simpy man. But anyway, he also has unique armor and ring. Curse Bite ring for curse. Fragrant Branch of Yore I will use. And for some reason the carvings of that one giant from Dark Souls 1. Why are they so expensive this time around? They were like $5 last time. I guess they're expensive because players like that giant guy in Dark Souls 1. So they were like, we've got to spend more money for these. And I guess like they're more ancient in these times, in these Dark Souls 2 times. But yeah, keep that guy alive, I think. He might have some good armor on him, but I'll keep him alive. Secret passage. You can get a sneak attack on this enemy, but it doesn't kill him. So I'm not sure why that is even there, if it doesn't kill the enemy. Because you know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There he is. I was waiting for you. You finally had the guts to show up, did you? This area is just one big mess. I would recommend killing these enemies until they die permanently. On a regular playthrough, that is. It's like, take your time and have lots of patience. But we want to bring that bridge down pretty much. Okay, I get it, guys. You can die peacefully. Or unpeacefully. I think they choose unpeaceful. That was not as big a jump as I thought it was. And then you have these long fellows. These tall fellows. Uh-huh. Thanks for that one. Stinking combo. Why can't he shoot me from over there? He's just an archer. It's just his job. The controls are not good enough for these kinds of encounters. I will now switch to my other blade to see the difference. Not much of a difference on that one, except the stamina loss. And the stuttering on the words. I suppose. Thanks, man. Man from up there. How come they can get off of a ledge and instantly go into an animation, but I'm just stuck there, having to do what I do normally? I do have a parry I can use. Where are you going? He's all kinds of confused. Hello? So, you're finally awake, eh? It would be good to kill this archer first, but no. Instead you must kill this guy first, and the guy following after him, way in the distance. Black steel katana. Apparently that's one of the best dexterity weapons in the game, as far as I've heard. Why are you locking onto the guy who's behind the pillar, and not the guy who is straight in front of you? Thanks, Lock On. Thanks, Dark Souls 2. Why are those shadows so derpy looking? Surely we have better shadow technology than that. I know the game is like 12 years old, but we have better shadow technology. Where are you shooting? These enemies are so confused in their little bitty brain places. Yes, very good shot. I feel like on bigger enemies like that, the backstab hits them 3 times. Because the sound played 3 times there. Like do-do-do. Very awkwardly. So maybe it deals more damage to big fellows because of that. I'm a crazy guy. Going after these crazy jumps? Or was it jumps? Was it even jumps at all? Look at these odd fellows following. That fire down there never gets turned off, so you just have to find the right fire resistance equipment and then sprint along it sprint along that fire down there and get like that item. But it's so tough you might as well just not do it. No item is worth that. Especially not that one, whatever it is. Thanks for interrupting my animation, game. That brings down the rest of the bridge, and this is a shortcut that takes a long time to open. I'm sure that there was an item. There it is. Right as I was saying it. As I was getting my thought out there from my brain hole to my mouth hole. This guy can explode the things at the side of the arena. But so can you. And then they will be on fire forever. Which can damage you greatly, but also the enemy greatly. Woo! I think we have to go here now in order to get back up. I think that is the Zweihander over there. If you like a Zwei. But as why do you like it? Exactly! Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, camera, you can follow me. You don't have to get stuck in the doorway. That's another ambush, by the way. Those guys jump off of a roof. And then it's like, oh look, there's 2 more guys that you have to beat. That you didn't know about. Look at him awkwardly shuffling about. He has no idea what he's doing. There was another big guy over there, but I guess he fell off a cliff. And that's how I got those souls. Sir, what are you doing? Oh, Dark Souls 2. I'm a madman. Petrified dragon bone. Not a Zweihander. But perhaps it's up here. Zweihander, I believe, means two-hander. If you open that Pharaoh's Lockstone thing, there's a Zweihander. If you open this, then you get water here. And water can add fire resistance to you if you, like, roll around in the water. It's a very odd mechanic that isn't used very much. Do I have any more healing items? I'm wondering. Nah, I don't need more healing items. Here is a boss. It is a big boss, and it is a very broken boss in how it can harm you. It's the Flame Lurker. I mean Smelter Demon. It might be more broken on PC already. Just from what I've seen. Just within those few seconds. Its leg is keeping me from circling around it. What's up with that? But yeah, his body will harm you just by being near it. Once he upgrades his form. And then he will upgrade his sword to have fire around it too, so it will, he has about as bad an area of effect as the... Well, not quite as bad as the Bed of Chaos, but the imagery does not evoke nice things. Is what I'm saying here. He has very wide hitboxes on all of his attacks. Especially this shockwave attack. But it's just all much wider than you think it would be. Or wider than it just plain should be. Thankfully, however, I do have some skills. And adaptability. A lot of that was just adaptability working in my favor. I was not expecting to get that first try. I thought it would be a couple of attempts at least. Chest, treasure chest. If you come back to this arena, there will be a pursuer in it, which I believe I can show off after I level up. How many souls will you give me? 8,000. I'll take 8,000. How close to 10,000 can I get? I have 3 branches of yore. That's useful. And 2 lockstones. There aren't that many places where lockstones are that helpful. But where they are helpful, they are very helpful. As in getting you to more areas where you can get more things. Including a slab. I could get a slab right now if I wanted to. But anyway, reinforce your things if you can. If you have the guts. So I believe 4 twinkling titanite and then a slab, maybe.
I'll be around.
I'll be around if you make it back.
You've been well.
What can you buy me? You can buy me nothing. Except I guess I'll buy your thing. Just to see if you have anything else soon.
Whenever you please.
Bearer seek list. Adaptability, because we want invincibility frames. Invincibility is very good. As you saw in the Smelter Demon. If you have low adaptability, then that fight is a nightmare. Forever. There's a ladder guy over there, but we'll see him soonly. But anyway, Smelter Demon is actually an optional boss. You can just run on by him and never have to fight him. However, he does give you a very nice bonfire halfway through the zone. So consider killing him. That guy knocks down that bit of the platform. How nice of him. Hopefully we can get him to walk over here. No? Okay. Hey, you guy! Okay, thanks. Thanks, Dark Souls 2. Come and get me. I'm over here. I'm over here. Come and get me. Get a surprise. Man, that hammer is powerful. My goodness. I can see why people like the hammer. Oh look, Pharaoh's Lockstone area. This area is also optional. And this area... Well, I'll get to it first before I start complaining. But I guess I'll complain right now. Look at this. There's a lip here so you can't get up here easily. And there's a bonfire right there. So... Instead of just letting you get the bonfire, you have to go through all this rigmarole of climbing up here and going through this zone up here. Which I shall show you. Look, it's a bellman. Of the belfry. It's a belfry! Ta-da! This area is good to look at just for how incredibly flat it is. all of the bad textures and the repeated copy and pasted parts of the environment. Okay, thanks backstabs. If you bother to play the backstab animation, you should at least get the backstab. But anyway, look, they bothered to put all these repeated texture things over there. These. Okay, one moment. They bothered to put all these repeated objects over here, but over here they just leave the roof flat. And then that's just the end of the world over there, I suppose. It's just like, man, my passion is game design. And then this is what they show you. Who's invading me? Where are they? There you are. Little fellow. Man, all that damage. To think I've been rocking the greatsword this whole time throughout this whole game that I've been playing. Since I started playing the game like 10 years ago. Meanwhile, the hammer's right here. That invasion guy gave me just about nothing. It gave me a humanity, but whatever. Humanities are so much more useless in this game. It's just for restoring your total health amount. Simpleton spice is good if you're a spell man. Look, you can ring the bell, but what happens when you ring the bell? I literally have no idea. I've been playing this game for like 10 years, and I have no clue what happens when you ring that bell. There isn't even a boss in this area. I guess I just heard a door opening somewhere, so maybe it opened a door. But yeah, I always ring the bell there, but I have no idea what it does. Maybe it opens that door, who knows? Come at me, you cowards, you cowardly men! If you can be called mans. Okay, his back was towards me. That should have been a backstab. But no. Really? Just spam me with arrows, why don't you? That is a lot of damage for one little axe swing. And they swing their axes a lot. So just imagine how much damage they can really do. More simpleton spice. Huzzah! Immolation. You can make yourself a fire person. A person on fire, even. I always think that there's a secret room in this room. But I suppose there isn't. It's just my mind place putting a trick on me. There's the secret room. With secret chests. And not enemies. No enemies. Hopefully. Protective chime and shield. Little shield thingy. Black Knight Greatsword. You know, from Dark Souls 1. And look, we're back at the bonfire. Isn't that fantastic? Now where's that turtle knight? I guess I never slept at that bonfire, did I? Here you can change the environment over there. Goodbye, little fellow. Just dies. These platforms have pressure plates near them. It's like bait the enemy into an attack. Hit that pressure plate and watch them sink into the ocean of larva. Hello there. Don't come at me. No, 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 no. Come on. You know what I want to do. Yep. My execution has been strangely good. Normally I don't play this well. You see that curve right there? It feels like that curve should lead into like an infinite hallway where you just can't see the end of it, but it just leads into a wall down there. There was a chest here in the original version of the game, I believe, but it's not here anymore. Those stinky people moving things all around for seemingly no reason. Like, a lot of this game was changed, and a lot of enemy placements were changed, and it's like, why? Why did you bother to do all that? Why did you bother to do all that, but also not to actually finish the game? Oliver the Collector. Why Oliver? There are some very strange name choices. Some very un-Dark Souls-y name choices. What on earth was that? Really? What was that? Okay. That's a derp enemy right there. Very derp. Mr. Derpo. Just had no idea what that guy was even thinking about doing. There's like 3 archers in here, and you cannot leave the room. So I guess you could call this an ambush of a kind. It's more of a trap. A tricky trap. Tricky little trap place. You see those, like, I guess pillars that have stone walls at the bottom? They just sort of, not enter the lava, but stand on the lava. It's like the textures don't know how to blend together that well. I always notice that every time I play the game, is that the textures that connect to the lava, like it feels like they're not connecting. Something odd is going on there. But anyway, more Black Knight stuff. I don't think there's even a Black Knight in this game, so it's weird that there's so much Black Knight stuff just littered around here and there. Very odd jumps here. Lava bucket. Who knows why they have huge lava buckets up here? Was it a factory of lava? Covetous gold serpent ring, if you like having items from your enemies. There's a fog wall, but it just goes back into that big room we were in. And then there's Turtle Man in a strangely metallic room. Why is there so much metal in this room? It is strange and odd and oddly strange. Look, Blood Cleaver. Can you guess what the Blood Cleaver does? It bloods your cleaver. This is how I like to deal with this enemy. Chop off his head. That's one fun thing, I suppose, that they did with the environment. Don't forget your bonfires. There's a bonfire all the way up here. If you hit this thing, then the fire just kind of dances around. There's an invasion in PC that goes into that room at some point, so I guess you can use that against them. No, I don't want to travel. I just want to sit down and get back up. Item, item, no item. But thing, this is the fire switch. It turns off the fire. Just in the entire facility. Because I guess this is not just a fantasy place, it's a facility that controls fire. I have no idea what they were thinking with this place, or how it works. Just looking out there at all the weird textures. Like, you see that thing over there? That's a weird texture. Then you have all this land. Down there is the boss arena. You can see because of the huge fog wall. That is where we will be going currently. Item. Lightning short bow if you like lightning. Come at me, you coward. You cowardice knight. How can you call yourself a knight if you cannot come at me? But yeah, this guy's a big demon fellow. I think the lore is he was like a prince of this place, and then he became a generic demon man at some point. Watch out for the pits. There are pits you can fall into and get knocked into by this demon man. Use your ADP. And probably don't use your shield because it's probably useless here. That's a lot of damage. My goodness. Slam, slam. Uh-huh. And again, hitboxes that extend further than they should. It was a problem when Bed of Chaos did it. And it's a problem when they do it too. That one fist is really getting all the action. That's one way to put it, I suppose. Come at me, old Iron King. Show me what you got. Your fire is not good enough for me. I am bored by you. And he is dead. And the music cuts out instantaneously. In an instant, you could say. And what could this be? Is it 100,000 more souls? It's a petrified something. You give that to the bird people and you get a random item. Look, it's a bowl. We were in that bowl earlier. In the eyes of it. But normally in the regular version of the game, you would get like an undead bone shard there. And look, it's a gateway to a DLC, but we don't have the DLC key, so we can't go there. How many soul memories is that? It is 900,000 soul memories. Which means if we get 100,000 more, then we could go to the end of the game without having to fight the other big bosses. Which is just such a strange thing. But anyway, I'm gonna unlock the next area. This guy, make ladder. Ladder go down to next area.
Wait.
So buy all ladder. Prostration.
You want to go?
That's the gesture he gives you. Give big money for big good ladder, and then he complains if you give him a little bit of money, but if you give him the big money and then give him the little money, then he still complains. Which is just goofy.
Hey, don't. Well, you just find it. Hey, don't. Cheers for that.
At least he was happy about it. So many people around here are not happy at all. Since that was a Lord Soul, I suppose it should give me a few more souls. Yes, indeed. Indeedly do. Sir, you killed another Lord Soul. Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing, my huge Lord Souls. ADP is almost at maximum. And strength is at huge maximum. Huge big maximum strength. But we can go even further beyond by upgrading our equipment. Or not. We need chunks. Anyone got some chunks over here?
Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time, he says. That silly fellow. Give me your stones. I will buy your stones so that you will not be mad at me.
Again. Whenever you...
I will use humanity just for the fun of it. And down one of these ladders, we will find a rat area. And we will beat the rat area into submission. But which ladder is the rat area? I wonder. I wonder with my brain mind and my mind's brain. I will use this ladder, the medium ladder. Because that is the rat area down there. You need to do a bit of a jumpy. Takes a lot of damage. Because fall damage is insane in this game. Compared to Dark Souls 1. And 3. But look, it's a rat mouth. We're in the rat zone. Rats, rats, we're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. But yeah, it's Rat Place. There's a few items to get here, but not much of any importance. The real thing to show off is the rat boss. Thank you, rat people, for killing me. PvE! PvE weapon! PvE works against PvE. PvE works against the E. You can get over there and get like a spell or something if you want to, but it costs a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Roy the Explorer. Or rather, Rahoy the Explorer. What you doing there, Rahoy? Retro Rahoy. Moss. Poison moss. This is a PvE boss. There's tons of rats. that just swarm all over. And you have to find the one with a mohawk. Literally. There is a rat with a mohawk you have to kill. And he is the boss. But all the other rats will trouble you also. And for some reason, they just put the bonfire right before the boss. Very odd. I guess they did that with the demon ruins with the centipede demon, but I mean that area was very incomplete. They probably didn't want to do that with the boss, but it was just so late in development that it was like, well, we gotta put something here, or something like that. Rats, rats, where are the rats? Boss has not shown up yet. It's just rats. Perhaps hammer would be better. No, I think that the big sword is better. In this zone. Where's the boss? Where is he? I can't tell. There's too many rats around here. It's the one that doesn't have a health bar, I think. Yeah, that one. See, he has a mohawk. I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. What? What? How? What? How? What? Huh? Suddenly I just took infinite damage there. I was fighting normally and then suddenly why is my health all that way down? I feel like the game just bugged out or something. That was very strange. That was very strange, Doctor. I guess you could say it was Doctor Strange. Maybe there's just some invisible status effect that the game doesn't bother to tell you about because it's Dark Souls 2. I have no idea what happened there. Whatever happened, it shouldn't have happened. Are you the giant rat that makes all of the rules? Where is he? Where is he? Where are you? There you are. Music instantly cuts out yet again. And then they're just awkwardly scrambling to get in their little holes. These rat people. Rat people, rat people. And then you can join the Rat Covenant. Literally, there is a Rat Covenant right here.
Permit me, I swear as... Get the... I swear.
I suppose I'll join just for the achievement. Which I am offline right now, so I'm not getting achievements. Ah, Rat Crest Ring. What does the Rat Crest Ring do? It does the invasions. Lure trespassers of the Rat King's territory into your world. That's fun. So the trespassers are lured into your world. So they invade you, I guess. That sounds confusing. Surely what you mean to say is I invade them, but do they invade me? Is that actually how it works? Lots of fall damage. There's a crystal little guy over here. Oh, okay. Just don't die. There was a treasure chest up there, and there was a crystal guy, yeah, but at least I'm alive. For now, at least. Alive for now is the best kind of alive. Because it means I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. And Newt, I got better. Monty Python for you. Look, it's a guy. It's that guy we fought before at different places. And he is infinitely dead. For now. And look, it's an undead bone shard. Just sitting right here. Just sitting there. Or rather, sublime bone dust, whatever they call it. I have a rat tooth in the upper left. Instead of the cool sun thing, it's a rat tooth. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty much all there was to the rat area. Let me drop down without going on the ladder. You restrictive game. Radiant Life Gem. How many more life gems do I need? I haven't used the ones that I have. Chest. Chest. Get the chest. The giant chest that makes all of the fools. Token of Spite. I believe you can use that. I believe you get those from invading people. So that one invasion covenant I could probably join now. Welcome to the gutter. It will gut you like a fish. I will use the rat soul of Rat King in order to get rat souls. I suppose I could level up. It would only be one level though. So this area, gutter area, torches required for this area. Pretty much. I like to just light up whatever I can. Makes the trek easier each time. At least it feels like it does. Thanks, man, for touching me with your flame. I don't know what's up here. I usually don't go this way. I don't think I do, at least. Well, there's that area that I can drop into. You can light up this oil, and thus this enemy. He will take damage. And so will these guys from the fire. Fire good, fire burn. There's somewhere you can drop down around here, probably up there. And there's a sublime bone. Gotta get those sublime bones. Lighting up is good for both seeing in the dark and seeing where you've been to already. So many repeated noises on top of each other. Here you have, for some reason, 3 torches in one place. I guess one wasn't enough. Come at me! You old fool. These little weakling enemies, I believe, have dark applied to their weapons. So they should be super weaklings, but instead they are super high damaging because they have dark. So it's just very goofy. You have these weird little weakling creatures dealing you tons of damage. It wouldn't be Dark Souls 2 if they didn't try to just unfairly kill you. Whenever they get the chance. Who dropped down? And where dropped down? Look, puppy. Puppy gone. These statues spit poison at you. They are very bad for your health and safety. No, don't. Why? Why you work like that? I wanted to light torch, but for some reason, step on ladder was right here. Right where the torch is. So janky and weird. See all that damage from one hit of that weakling guy? Dark Souls 2, the game of unfair deaths. The game of unfair damage. Thanks. I was in my animation. It should not be able to hurt you while you're in your own animation. I think these guys degrade your durability. I think that's what the gas was. It was durability gas, or rather anti-durability gas. Wicked Eye Great Shield. It's the Great Shield of the Wicked Eye. As in the Wicked Me. So I missed some stuff over here, I believe, so I will try to see what I missed. And how to get to it. Where do they keep coming from? There's too many of you guys. Okay, okay. Really? Thanks, dark damage. Here we have a Hide Knight, I believe. I'll just kill him to be safe. I must introduce unsafety into the world to make myself more safe. How ironic, isn't it? Hide Lance. I think that if these enemies deal this much damage to you, they should easily give you a lot more souls for beating them. Because high-level enemies should require high amounts of souls, you know? And these are clearly high-level enemies, but they're pretending to be little weaklings. Estus Shard. Proud Soul. Bandit Great Axe. If you care about great axes. And Zipline. For some reason Dark Souls 2 just has ziplines like that. A very interesting game, you could say. Now what's gonna try to kill me over here? Everything. The answer is everything. Fragrant Yor Branch. Twinkling Titanite, always useful. Okay. Thanks, Poisanaman. They put like 5 poison things right in a row. How fair of you. Why are there so many torches on this platform? I have no idea. But I'll sure light them. I'll light all of them. Why not? Here you have a room of poison guys. You need a key to get in there. And the key is in the next area. So isn't that great of them to do to you? Where am I going? This away? Dark Pyromancy Flame. Perhaps it is stronger than regular Pyromancy Flame. Okay, thanks for attacking behind me. Incredible attack design. Hello there. Why can't I lock on to you? You get stuck on weird little things in this game, like corners of round vases. Okay, I guess we're back. And then we just go all the way around the normal way. Just a big detour to get one Estus Shard. And I suppose if you have the key, anything that's in that locked area. I was clicking the get item button there like crazy, but it just wasn't registering. This bug is not an enemy, it is a friend. His gas is not poison or degrading. In fact, it is anti-poison gas. So if you don't like poison, keep this guy around. But then again, you'll probably run out of your poison effect once you get to him. So it's like, how on earth are you going to figure out what he actually does? Just more and more odd decisions as the game goes along. Breakable wall. Look at that. For some reason there's just a ring of stones around this particular bonfire. It makes it such an odd looking bonfire. It's like they wanted to give you a bonfire, but they just didn't know how to make it fit into the area, so they just put a generic little thing around it. Not sure which one of these to go down. I think this one is fine. People have looked at some of these trash textures. Okay. Some of these... There's trash pillar textures around here, like pillars of trash. Some people looked at them and they found a car. You know, just a car in Dark Souls 2. And then in the rat area, you can activate poison pools to appear. And people found out that there was a Heineken label inside of the poison texture. You know, beer. In Dark Souls 2. So that's where they get their inspiration from, is beer. Come on, kill him. Thanks, Explodey Man. For killing me. At least he killed me right next to the bonfire and not a billion miles away. And here's another ambush for you. Just like 4 guys come at you all at once. With all their dark weapons. Of course they're dark weapons, so that they can deal hundreds of damage to you. 5 guys, apparently. More guys. So many spams. So many enemy spams. Sir, we don't know how to make this area difficult. Just spam a lot of enemies. 20 life gems. Why 20 life gems all in one place? I will never use all those life gems that I have accumulated. Why do you keep giving me more? Dark fog. In truth, they did not know what they were doing with the difficulty, so they just give you tons of life gems just for nothing. And yeah, I guess that's that whole area. I guess you just like climb into that rock. You go all across those areas and then you fall into that rocky zone. And then you just fall away from the rocky zone onto a more rockier zone. That leads into the actual area with the boss in it. Which is not the area we just completed. The Black Gulch is the new area. And it's a very, very short area. But anyway, I'm gonna level up both my equipment and myself. I think that I'll do equip load. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do stamina. But stamina doesn't seem to be that important to upgrade. Did you see how the textures just popped in and out of existence there? Anyway, I can't upgrade my stuff. I cannot. Why? Why can I not do things?
Don't waste my time.
People these days.
You what?
Give me
No
nothing.
interest. Suit yourself.
But you.
Is that here? to
Is
see
that a shard you
however-
found? Here, to see however. Level up. Level me up. Now, immediately. It's very odd thinking about what I can upgrade at this point. I am very unintelligent, as you can see. Only 3 intelligence. Spells are not very important. In this game, at least. I don't know. Stamina doesn't seem all that important right now. And neither does vitality. I'm at a good weight. But dexterity can actually upgrade my damage, even if just by a little bit. I think I'll do stamina. I have convinced myself to use stamina. Have you got anything, old lady? Old person? Just more life gems. How many can I get? 47? Or you can get 10 radiant life gems. Ridiculous, I say. Inflict more damage, receive less. Bright bug, ridiculous. However, they are rare, so I suppose it's like justifiably ridiculous or something like that. Is that what they're going for? Being justifiably ridiculous? Burn that sublime bone. I have trouble remembering where the other 2 sublime bones are. But I'll remember it someday soon. As we go through this stinky game. But anyway, I think I'll get to the next bonfire and then leave the boss for... Well, the boss isn't that tough. I can do the boss now. This is kind of how I play usually in all of these games, is I'm like, I can do this and then stop, and then it's like, oh, but that won't take much time. So yeah, you just run around all this poison stuff, get staggered, activate the fragrant branch of yore, don't worry about any of the enemies even though they're trying to kill you. Because it's only an attempt until it actually works. But now that that guy is activated, that fragrant branch guy, we can now go into another bonfire. A totally unnecessary bonfire, but hey, I guess I'll take it. This game is stinky enough, I'll take any bonfire it can give me. If the game makes itself easier, I will not oppose it. There's the fragrant branch guy. Apparently he saw me all that way away. Woodland Child Victor. Will he leave if I sit down at the bonfire? Cannot use bonfire. I see how it is. Victor. You will not be victorious. I think there's an important item up here, but I'm not sure what it is. Hi there, Victor. Divine Blessing, it's not important at all. It's just more healing. Okay. I can leave those souls there. I don't need them. It's just like 7,000 souls. If it were like 10,000, maybe I'd get them. If it were 20, I'd definitely get them. Poison me. Poison me! You coward, poison me! Look, it's the Rotten. If you cut off one of his arms, it will give you a Pharos Lock Stone. So I guess he's like Pharos or something. Or maybe Pharos is a part of him. Look at that little guy on his shoulder. That guy is directing him on how to hit things and use his cleaver. So that's like one neat detail in Dark Souls 2. Every now and then they'll have a neat detail. And it'll be like, man, why don't you have neat details like that all over the place? If they did, then maybe it would be a true successor to Dark Souls. Oh look, his arm is off. Now give me my Pharos Lock Stone. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Nobody will ever get all my references. Not even I will get all of them. It's impossible. Thanks, adaptability, for letting me dodge, and also low equipment burden. Low weight. Music instantly cuts out. Yet again. There's a little item over there, not sure what it is, don't care. But what's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. Simpleton stuff, and skeptic stuff, and petrified stuff. This is the room where they really want to be like, notice the DLC! Play the DLC! Because see, in that other room it was like you could have just missed where the DLC was, but here they like blew out this whole open area just for the DLC. Uh-huh, I know, primal bonfire lit. Now let me go, let me leave. And I want to upgrade myself. You killed another big one, good job. More stamina. For my person. And I suppose... How much twinkling do I have? Probably not enough. No, I do not have enough. I have the same amount I had before. But anyway, next time, we will, I suppose, beat another big, huge, big boss. Fare thee well, heathens.